Hi, I'm Alexi, welcome to Alexis Guitars and welcome to part 4 of my double cut junior guitar build. I'm starting this episode right where I left the last one off, so if you haven't seen part 1, 2 or 3, link in the description below. As you can see, the guitar almost looks finished, but there's still quite a lot that needs to get done before I can put some strings on this, plug it in and start playing. The first thing I'm going to do in this video are the bridge posts. Alright, let's get started.
I bought this Wilkinson wraparound bridge online. The issue is I drilled out the holes of the pole pieces slightly too wide. This one at the top seems okay, but the lower one just pushes right in, which is no good. The thing is, I decided to stick with it and see whether it holds under the string tension, because the ground cable did tighten up the fit a little bit. Spoiler, it didn't work. I must say, these tuners from Schala look and feel great. I'm really happy I invested in some pricier tuners. I decided to make the cavity cover also out of a pickguard material. Originally I wanted to use wood, but the tortoise shell ties it all together a little bit. I also think it looks great. Here I am putting some strings on it to help align the pickup. It also gave me a bit of a preview of what the guitar will look like when it's ready. I wanted to try and make my own conductive shielding paint. I started with a 50-50 mix of acrylic paint and graphite powder, but it was way too thick and pasty to spread, so I just added paint until I got it fluid enough that it was spreadable and actually usable. I was wondering how I could make the electronics interesting on a one pickup guitar and thought I'd try a push-push pot for the volume. When you push it and engage it in the up position, it bypasses the controls, goes straight to output, which allows a bit more treble to the tone and also a touch more volume. I treat it like a bit of a boost. A push-push made a bit more sense to me than a push-pull, because when I'm playing live or playing in bands or just jamming, I want the guitar to be as fuss-free as possible, and being able to just push the pot rather than pull it just seemed easier and quicker. I had some Wenge left over from a first fretboard and decided to make an overly thick truss rod cavity cover out of it. I finished it with a coat of crimson finishing oil. I'm pretty happy with the result. Okay, remember when I said I'd just try the pole pieces and see what happens? Well, this is what happened. The tension of the string started to pull it out. This actually wasn't such a big deal because having strung it all up, I realized that the bridge position was incorrect. I couldn't intonate it properly. It needed to go further back, so I had to redo the pole positions anyway. I was super nervous about this job, but it was actually pretty simple. I plugged the holes, cleaned up any glue, sawed off the excess, and used a chisel which admittedly wasn't sharp enough, but it did the job to make it flush. A couple coats of stain, and it was ready. Almost a year after starting this project, here's my double cut junior style guitar. I'm so happy with it. There are some flaws which I'll show you, but I think it plays, sounds and looks great. Okume is really nice to work with and I love the grain. I think next time I use it I'm going to leave it natural. The body itself turned out really well. I love the red stain, although applying it highlighted areas where I didn't sand enough, mostly on the sides or the corners and the common areas for mistakes like the neck joint. I upgraded the bridge to this ABM adjustable wraparound. It's much more expensive than the Wilkinson which I originally had, but I can really feel the difference in quality and I'm definitely going to invest in this bridge again next time I do a wraparound guitar. The old plugged bridge post holes are still visible when you look for them. It doesn't bother me though, I like visible corrections, I think they tell a story. The neck is very thick, which I love. A super thick neck is a bit of a Marmite feature, I know. Some absolutely hate it. I find it so comfortable to play. The fretboard and headstock, although I like how they've turned out, are screaming for inlays. I do like bare fretboards, but an inlay on the 12th fret and a logo on the headstock are definitely features I want to include on my next build. I'll keep my playing demo going a little bit so you can hear how this sounds. Thank you so much for watching and following this build. There was a long gap between the last episode and this one, so it's great to have this finally finished and strung up. That's all for me for now. Till next time.